Greg Olsen with you, the veteran Chris Boswell, getting things started. Off we go from Houston. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Cincinnati offense set to take over for the first time. They are led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020, national champion at LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
We're looking at one of the most gifted quarterbacks in the league. And really, Mike, it's not just post-snap with the arm talent and the ability to make every throw, but it's even what he's able to do before the ball is snapped. He's one of the smartest quarterbacks in the league. Remember, coming off an injury-shortened season just a year ago, he's looking to prove he's still an elite quarterback in the NFL.
That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On carry here for Brown. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
Here we go.
Gesicki, the man in motion.
At the 49-yard line.
2nd down. Burrow. He'll swing this one out to Brown. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7. Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. This one just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on 4th and wind up turning it over on down. The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. They are led by their quarterback, the future Hall of Famer, Aaron Rodgers.
You know, it's funny how time flies, Mike, and we won't call him old. We'll just call him experienced. And here's a guy who's been doing this for a really long time at a high level, and he's going to hope that some of that experience works in his favor today. And when he plays well, it's just proven to be a really hard team to beat.
And they are finally going to get him down at the Bengals' 31-yard line. They'll have a first down. It's a gain of 28.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete. He was seeking out the veteran Adam Thielen that time. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. In the shotgun, it's A-Rod. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line. Here's Warren. And he will get into the end zone. Jalen Warren. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
And now they want to show they mean business here. Offense going to remain out there and try for 2. That is caught. They get the 2-point conversion. What a start to this one. An 8-0 edge. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Charlie Jones now to return. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line. Bengals offense ready to get going with their second possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. In trouble, and down he goes.
I'll tell you what, if the offensive lineman had the same level of fight and effort that the quarterback did, they wouldn't be in this situation. It's a shame because that individual effort went a long way towards extending that play, and it still ended up resulting in a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Here we go, here we go. 180.
On the ground, it's Brown. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. The catch.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Steelers offense are not ready to get going on their 2nd possession. First time they had it, they scored a touchdown and added the 2-point conversion on top. So an 8-0 advantage as they work with it here on 1st and 10. DK Metcalf was the intended target. And it'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd down, 1. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming.
35-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
From the gun, Rodgers. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. It's a gain of 12 there. That's a Steeler 1st down.
And the Steelers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On play action, Rodgers. There's a throw right side. But it be incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Rodgers. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down.
19 yards. That's good for the Steelers.
Play action now with Rodgers. This one is complete to DK Metcalf. And he's in. DK Metcalf. Touchdown Steelers.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. If you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make...
Oh, a flip back to the kicker. It's a fake. This will be incomplete. Not sure what they could have seen that makes this a good call. Going for it with a fake on an extra point, and they get nothing out of it. Jones now on the return. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. Bengals offense ready to take over once again. And nothing has come from these first 2 drives. Got a turnover on downs, followed by a punt last time they had it. And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. Peyton Wilson that time in on the stop. From the 24 now, here is 2nd and 8.
Here we go, here we go. 180.
Now, Burrow. He'll set up the screen to Brown. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. They'll come up to 3rd and 3.
5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Burrow. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Here's Ryan Rico now. He's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. On the return, it's Austin. And what a return. He sets up the offense inside the red zone.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Off the play fake, Rodgers. That's to the end zone, but it is incomplete. We'll try again here. 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. And the Steelers going to be set up with 1st and goal. Pass play moves them down to the 1.
And the Steelers 1st down.
Warren. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Give him a 2nd touchdown on this one. What an opening quarter, Greg. 2 rushing touchdowns in the 1st.
Well, Mike, we kind of had a feeling this might be the case. They told us all week how important it was to get this guy involved early and often, and boy, have they ever. He has made his presence felt here early in this one.
Chris Boswell on for the point after. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. 2-point try coming up. Rodgers and the offense all set.
The Steelers.
Rodgers now.
So they decided to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This taken around the 11. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bengals offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They are facing an uphill climb early. Begin this drive with 1st and 10. Now Brown. And a good piece of running there. He'll get about 9 yards past the 35-yard line. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4. 1 quarter in the books. It's the Steelers with the early lead. More from Houston coming up in a moment. It's Bengals football here to begin this 2nd quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10.
He's good set.
They'll run here with Brown. They'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Well, it's been the case this entire 1st half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
He'll find Gesicki over the middle. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Here we go. 12.
Here's Brown. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Going to get a stoppage here. We have an injured Bengal on the field. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. From the 46, here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow. Pass over the middle, but it's incomplete. 3rd down and 9.
Here we go.
his feet. And he's in! Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Bengals. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry and the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice, but it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals are able to cut into the deficit. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. On the return, it's Kenneth Gainwell. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Steelers' offense and their running back, Jalen Warren, set to take over once more. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. Throwing, Rodgers. That's complete. It's Metcalf. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 74 yards. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass down good. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
Rodgers. That is incomplete. And the 2-point conversion is unsuccessful.
Anytime you fail on a 2-point try, there's always going to be second guessing about whether that was the right play call. In this case, they decided to throw the ball, which I like. They just need better execution, and they end up coming up a little short.
Jamar Chase headed back out there along with the rest of his Bengal teammates. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now.
Gun. Got. Can. Got.
Gesicki, the man in motion.
Wait.
On first and 10, Burrow. He'll find Andre Yosibas. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. They're at the 17-yard line now for first and 10. Now, Burrow. He pulls it in around the 5. He'll be taken down, but just like that, they are in business. It's first and goal. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Push back to the 11-yard line for second and goal. Burrow. The ball comes out. And fortunately, he's able to cover it up. It will not be a turnover, but will go down as a sack. Burrow from out of the gun here on third down. This one complete to Higgins.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Johnson now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Steelers offense and DK Metcalf getting set for their next possession. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play that is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. The master of play action, Rodgers. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That is a big-time play for the Steelers. 33 yards.
Both pre-snap and post-snap. This is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
A lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. That's to the right side and incomplete.
Yeah, back in the day, Mike, you know how they decided who played offense and who played defense? The guys who caught the ball better played offense, and the guys who couldn't play defense. And that's obviously not the case anymore. But this is one of those that still gives defensive players a bad rap. Let's add that to the list of great throws we've seen out of this quarterback here in the first half. We thought he might be in line to have a good game, especially against this style of defense. But let's be honest, Mike, he's been more than just good. He's been sensational.
He'll get this into the hands of Austin. And he's going to have the first down. So taking a chance there, playing with the lead, but it works out for them.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
258.
They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. There's to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Jordan battle there defensively.
To the air once more. It's Rodgers. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And they continue to be tough to stop. Chance to extend the lead even further as they are set up with 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone as it's 1st and goal. Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Aaron Rodgers. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
2-point try coming up. Rodgers and the offense all set.
The Steelers will line up for the 2-point
The throw is Rodgers. And that is incomplete. 2-point conversion attempt winds up being unsuccessful.
I don't mind the play call, but something you have to keep in mind, Mike, is when you decide to pass this close to the goal line, all of this space is the width of the field. There's not a lot of depth to the field. So that's why the timing, the anticipation, the accuracy of the quarterback, it all has to be on point. It wasn't on that last play, and that's why it ultimately failed.
11 MT.
They go play action for Burrow. He'll swing this one out to Brown. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
2 yards. On the pickup, it's 2nd and 8.
Second down, 8 yards to go.
Here we go, here we go.
They bring Chase in motion. Burrow here on second down. Very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Andre Yosibach was the intended receiver. Third down coming up.
Big 13. Big 13.
Looking out of the gun, Burrow, and he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
A loss of 7 yards. 3 and
Fourth quarter gets underway. It's a run by Brown. And a strong first down run. A pickup of 9. Setting up second and short.
Gun. Wide 80.
To throw is Burrow. Oh, the ball's out. One of the Steelers has it. The defense comes up with a play in the red zone. Those active hands get to the quarterback, knock it out, and they come up with the recovery.
Mike, we see this from time to time down here when an offense is operating in the red zone. The field shrinks, coverage gets a little bit tighter, quarterbacks tend to hold the ball a little too long, and that's exactly what came back to bite him right here.
Second down, Rodgers. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up his coverage there, and they force fourth down. Rodgers going up top again. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on fourth. Going to give the ball over on down. The Bengals offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll start really in field goal territory already, but they're looking for more. Offense got it first and 10. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
1-yard gain. Brings up second and 11. At the 28-yard line.
To throw is Burrow. Open left side is Gesicki. And he's into the end zone. Mike Gesicki cut down Cincinnati. So now the Bengals and Burrow will come out and try to add 2.
Here we go.
Bengals will line up for the
180.
conversion.
180.
Tight end on the move left. Now Burrow. That's pulled in. And they're able to tag on the 2-point conversion.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
And they will finally track him down, but not before he takes this to the other side of midfield. First down for Aaron. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 22
They get 22 yards there. Good for a Steeler first down.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
In the shotgun, it's A-Rod. Get this complete, it's Thielen over the middle. He'll be taken down, but just like that, they are in business. It's first and goal.
First down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Here's Warren. Mark down at the 6.
He's brought down.
Now here's second and goal.
A gain of 3. Brings up second.
Rodgers now. Look to the end zone, and it's broken up. Incomplete. There was no space, no separation that time. That's going to bring it to third and goal. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up fourth down. Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. This, about as short as you can get. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming. From the gun, Rodgers. That is incomplete. The defense coming up big in the red zone. It's a turnover on down.
Here we go. Is a turnover on down.
The first down throw for Burrow. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Alex Highsmith in there to drop him. Loss of 5 to start the drive.
Here we go.
They'll turn and hand this one off. He'll get it out 3, and that's going to lead to third down. It is third and long.
Here we go, here we go. 180. 180.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. Find Brown out of the backfield. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. It's going to bring up fourth down. Burrow. That is caught. Finding Higgins. Inside the 30. And he's going to have a Bengals first down. This is going to wind up being not just a conversion, but a play that flips the field as well. Gesicki, the man in motion. Now give on the ground. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. After the loss of 3, it is second and 13. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Short one into the hands of Gesicki. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. Gesicki, the man in motion. Burrow from out of the gun here on third down. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's fourth down. They'll try and run for it. And they're going to pick it up here. They took a chance and it paid off. First and goal coming up.
First and goal, Cincinnati.
Here's a run. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across. Setting up second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
Hero is in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Greg, they are picking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So, things are a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. To return is Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Steelers offense and DK Metcalf getting set for their next possession. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show as they've just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. A-Rod now to throw on first down. A throw left side, taken in by Thielen. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. Play fake. It's Rodgers. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Second down, Rodgers. We'll get this into the hands of Thielen. Now timeout Cincinnati. That's their second. Talk things over before third down. Again, it's Rodgers. That one into the hands of Thielen. He's got it. Now the Bengals use their third and final timeout, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. So they come to the line for first down and 10. To the air once more. It's Rodgers. Oh, a teardrop throw there off his back foot. It's complete.
4 yards. That's another Steelers.
They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
To DK Metcalf. 10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches. At the Bengals' 15-yard line.
Second and inches. They'll drop to throw. That one knocked away. In the end zone, incomplete. What a good job locating the football by the defense where it matters most. And it'll bring up third down now.
319!
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. It is brought in the end zone. Adam Thielen. Touchdown, Steelers.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
Two-point try coming up. Rodgers and the offense all set.
The Steelers.
Rodgers going up top again. And he will get in for the two. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Jones now on the return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense, and they get set to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10. Working out of the gun, Burrow. This one, downfield, taken in by Higgins. And he will take this one in. 76 yards. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
McPherson for the extra point.
The kick here is good, so they are back within a possession. That gets it down to an 8-point game. A one-score game late, you figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick.
That was their last shot. They've got no timeouts left. Now the offense can just simply come take the field. Best play in football, Mike. Victory formation. Take a couple knees. Get on with the win.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Second and 11. Rodgers will take a knee. And that should do it. So this one in the win column for the Steelers. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That was the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.